everybody. It's Karen Lewis back again for another edition of the Suburban blog, One Breath. As I said, my name is Karen. I am a life coach. I specialize in helping people who are moving through transitions in their life find acceptance, find balance, and find some self-compassion. If you need to reach me, you can find my number, my email through the Suburban. So, last time we talked about defining mindfulness, and this time we're going to talk a little bit and practice something called metta. And metta is the Pali word for loving kindness. And it is a whole group of meditation and mindfulness exercises that focus on loving kindness phrases. I thought what went in line with this is the idea of managing negative emotions, or managing emotions altogether, but especially the difficult ones. So, one of the ways to manage feelings is really to increase our awareness of the present moment and have some self compassion for ourselves when we have this awareness of what we're experiencing in the present moment. And there's a lot of ways to manage difficult emotions with compassion, but I've kind of created a little 4-step process that I'd like to share with you. So here's an example of the 4 steps. The first step is really simply acknowledging that this is difficult, that you are having a difficult time, that it's particularly difficult for you. And it's important to remember that acknowledging individual and collective pain in the world is not a psychological flaw. It's actually the result of being awake. It's the result of being a sensitive, caring human. There is individual and collective pain in this world, all too much recently, too. So recognizing that you're currently, if you are, but when you are, in a moment of suffering. Um, and that it might be a moment of suffering for you, or it might be a moment of suffering for many. And this just sort of opens you up to experience and accept your pain, your grief, your fear, your disappointment, whatever that feeling is. And this can often be a very scary step, which is why we never often don't even start on this process. Because it's about saying, yes, I am feeling sad, or yes, there is fear in me. And just being aware in the moment that that negative feeling exists, acceptance. The second step is to remember that you're not alone in this suffering. You're not alone in any of your fears or your sadnesses or your uncertainty. As humans, we all experience painful emotions. Thankfully, we also experience joyous ones. So you're not alone, even if you had been sheltering at home alone, or if you are living alone and you don't have immediate support. You are not alone in feeling the ways that you feel. You are human, and we all have these same basic feelings. The third step is to ask yourself, is it possible at this point to offer myself some kindness? Some nurturing or some compassion, some support. And to be honest, sometimes it feels downright impossible. No, I can't. But guess what? What you practice makes you stronger. So repeating to yourself this kind of loving kindness mantra of, just simply, may I be kind to myself, might be your first step. In this moment of suffering, where I am not alone, other people feel this too. Can I be kind to myself? As opposed to what we normally do, which is judge ourselves, blame ourselves, critique ourselves, which usually leads to more negative feelings. And then finally, the fourth step is to ask yourself, what do I need right now? What do I need to comfort myself? What do I need to nurture myself in this moment? And I really believe that it's a good idea to know ahead of time what are the behaviors, what are the thoughts, what are the gifts that you can give yourself. Is it a walk outside? Is it some music? Is it to call a positive and supportive person? Maybe it's to cuddle your pet or another person or a stuffed animal. For me, sometimes it's grabbing a Diet Coke and just taking a moment to reflect on what's going on. So, just to review those four steps, one is acknowledging, it's accepting that you're experiencing something that hurts or is difficult. The second is offering yourself, the second is knowing that you're not alone in experiencing hurtful and difficult emotions because you are human. The third is to offer yourself that compassion. You may do it by repeating, "May I be kind to myself?" Like just to kick yourself into gear away from the negativity, away from the judgment. And then finally, pull out your list. Pull out that list of ways that you can comfort, nurture, support yourself, and try one on, try two on, see what happens. So last week, I defined mindfulness as paying attention in the moment on purpose and without judgment. And then I said that the secret sauce to that is some self compassion. And that all of that were really just a bunch of words. But what was important was the practice. And like any practice, mindfulness, self compassion, managing difficult emotions, it takes time and effort and motivation. But really, it begins with awareness and awareness of the steps, of the four steps, or whatever the steps are for you. Last week, we did a one breath meditation, one that I really love. I like the one today too. Today is a mindfulness practice that involves a mantra, which is a repetition of words. We focused on the breath last week. This week, we focus on the words. So the words are very repetitive, and the first time through, that might seem boring to you, or you might feel that the phrases don't quite fit for you, or you might even have trouble remembering them. The important thing is to know that you need to give yourself a chance, that there's no judgment here. Just to go with the flow, connect with my voice, and just allow the meditation to come to you and experience it. So, with no further ado, we can start our metta or loving kindness mindfulness practice. I'll start the meditation with a bell and I'll end with a bell. Give yourself a moment to connect with your body. Notice the sensations of your body sitting here, the sense of your head resting on your neck, and your neck resting on your shoulders. And you get a sense of your back holding you up. Your lower body all being supported by gravity. And sitting in a dignified posture in which your spine is upright but not rigid. You are alert and relaxed. You can gently let your eyes close, or you can simply rest your gaze downward on a spot. whatever feels right for you. And if you feel comfortable, just connect with the corners, the very corners of the inside of your mouth, and allow them to turn up just slightly into a smile. This practice is about joy and loving kindness, and it's a gift that you're giving yourself today. And you can turn your attention to the waves of the breath, maybe having a curious attitude towards the breath. Can you notice where one in breath ends and the next out breath begins? Can you feel the temperature of your breath? Warm, tingling. Just allow the breath to move with its own rhythm as you follow it. With each out breath, let your body sink a little further into your seat. Well, let's start by bringing to mind a time when you experienced a sense of warmth, connection, or safety with another human being. You can choose a situation you have already chosen before, or you can choose one that you've not yet used. Let the situation come to mind. And if your mind's having trouble settling on a particular situation, just choose the first one that comes to mind. Just let yourself drop into that moment as much or as little as you can recall. Put yourself back into that situation with the details that you can see in your mind's eye. Can you recall the feeling in your chest? Again, do you sense the curve of a smile wanting to form on your face or in your eyes? Is there a safe feeling in your belly? Just drop in for a moment. And next, bring to mind the image of someone you care about, someone you have warm feelings toward, or feel a sense of positive connection to. And as best as you can, try to get an image or a sense of that person in your mind's eye. It might be a friend or a relative, a grandparent, or a pet. You might imagine you're with them, sitting beside them, or walking alongside them. Maybe it's helpful to imagine that you're placing a hand on their shoulder or back. You are really present for this person you care about. Now we'll begin to wish this well being by extending words of kindness to them, by offering them phrases as guidance. You're invited to use these phrases or choose words that work to express your wishes of love or kindness towards this being. And now, using these phrases or ones of your own choosing, silently repeat to yourself, may you be well. May you be kind to yourself. May you be joyful. May you be safe and at ease. May you be well. May you be kind to yourself. May you be joyful. May you be safe and at ease. While you say the phrases to yourself silently, allow yourself to connect with the intention that they express. May you be well. May you be kind to yourself. May you be joyful. May you be safe and at ease. May you be kind to yourself. May you be well. May you be joyful. May you be safe and at ease. Extending these wishes of kindness and warmth towards this person that you care about. May you be well. May you be kind to yourself. May you be joyful. May you be safe and at ease. For a few moments now, I'd like you to gently consider a statement, sensing the truth of it. I want to be happy. Or maybe I want to live a meaningful life, a full life. Or maybe just be free from suffering, experience peace, something like that. See if that is true for you, that these are experiences that you want in your life. And then consider the following thought. You don't experience happiness as much as you want to, because happiness is elusive. Many times in life, you set off to do something expecting it to bring you happiness, a new relationship, a new job, only to find it was much more complicated than that. Happiness is elusive, and all too often suffering comes along unexpectedly and more often than we'd like. It's true for all of us. See if you can accept the truth of this situation for all of us. We all want to be happy, and yet it's hard to achieve. There may be a sense of hurt or heartache as we encounter this truth, even tenderness or vulnerability, and that's okay. This is the recognition that we're doing something difficult, and that is being human. Being human is not always easy. Now sense if there's a part of you that can offer some support and kindness on this difficult path of being human, letting this kind, supportive, compassionate part of you wish you well. So, offering the words of support to yourself. May I be well. May I be kind to myself. May I be joyful. May I be safe and at ease. May I be well. May I be kind to myself. May I be joyful. May I be safe and at ease. If you feel comfortable, you could put a hand on your heart if this feels right to you. May I be well. May I be kind to myself. May I be joyful. May I be safe and at ease. May I be well. May I be kind to myself. May I be joyful. May I be safe and at ease. You can continue to wish yourself well, gently repeating the phrases to yourself in whatever way feels like it offers yourself support. And if your mind wanders, that's normal. And just gently return your attention to this intention of being supportive to yourself and back to the phrases of kindness and support. May I be well. May I be kind to myself. May I be joyful. May I be safe and at ease. When you're ready, you can gradually let any of the imagery fall away, fade away, and begin being attentive to what is present for you as you sit in the space where you are. Perhaps appreciating the sounds around you, the lights, the air touching your skin. Appreciate that you've been doing something skillful in the last few minutes, that you've been consciously cultivating an attitude of kindness and friendliness and generosity towards yourself and others. And noticing once more the feeling of your body in the chair or how you're sitting, and rest with any feelings that may have emerged. If your eyes are closed, when you're ready, you can open them and return your attention back to the room. Hello, how was that? It was actually a new one for me. I hadn't delivered that one before, so I hope that it was nice for you and that you can remember the phrases or change them so that they fit for you. And to just spend a couple moments whenever you have a chance or feel it's necessary, reminding yourself of the kind of loving kindness that you can give to yourself in difficult moments or in any moment. I love to finish with a poem, as I said last time, and I'll say again. And this is another one. I only share with you my favorites. This one is called The Guest House, and it's by Rumi, who is a Persian poet. The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your home empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. They may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. That's Rumi. And that's our blog for this week. Namaste. May the goodness and the light in me salute the goodness and the light in you. And may you have a wonderful week. Take care.